Also, our studio audience is getting a copy of Black Enterprise magazine. You want to know why? Our executive producer, Bernie Young, is doing it.
Beautiful. A beautiful guy he is.
He sat down with editor-at-large Caroline Clark to share the lessons he's learned. In his own words, to shed some light on how a former cop wound up being the most successful black producer in daytime TV.
Beautiful.
Excellent, Bernie. All right.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
I have to go. I know what you're telling me. I know what you're telling me I have to go. But I also want to tell you, Mario Cantone, who I think is probably the funniest comic working today.
Totally.
The guy cracks me up.
Totally.
He's on the show all the time. And ever since he's been on, he did that Liza Minnelli thing when you are not alone. I've been singing that nonstop since I heard it. He's performing at the American Airlines Theater in New York on May 19th and 20th. I'm going to go see him, and you should too. He's the funniest guy around, Mario Cantone, so get tickets for that.
Yep.
Okay, Megan Mullally is here, Broadway's Into the Woods is here, Mary-Louise Parker is here. We got a great show. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this. Up next from Will and Grace, Megan Mullally. Karen on Will and Grace, our first guest, is one of the reasons that Thursday night is must-see TV. Take a look. Please welcome back to the show, Megan Mullally. You need help with that? You need help putting that on?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
God,
your hair looks so
flattered.
Isn't that nice of the people to stand?
Oh,
yeah.
Very nice.
Do you want to reward them?
Yeah. How'd you give them money?
T-shirts.
I'm going to give you all free T-shirts.
There you go. It's a good gig, right? That's a good gig.
That's a good gig. That is a good gig.
Now, your hair looks adorable.
Well, I have this crazy new thing I've taken to cutting my hair myself.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's working.
It took me 3 hours to cut my hair.
Now,
3 hours.
Did you ever have lessons, or did you ever study? You just hacked?
I put like a mirror here and a mirror behind so I could see the back, and then I just, just cut it. It took me 3 hours. I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah, but, you're making the big money. Couldn't you go to, like, a salon? I mean, even Supercuts, I'll give you the $8.
I know. Yeah, I could have gone to a salon.
But you didn't.
And yet I didn't. I don't know why I did. I think I just got bored, and I just kind of wondered if I could do it.
Do you remember when Parker was just born and I had the long hair, and one night I was feeding him, it was 3 in the morning, and my hair was drooping like this, and I was so over it, I just went, whoosh, and for like 6 months, I had these like bangs that looked like you're in 4th grade, and you cut it yourself with the green scissors with the rubber on the bottom. Yeah, but it looks adorable.
Thank you.
I like it a lot. So how's the show going? Every big star in America is on that show now.
It's kind of crazy.
It's fun, though.
You never know who's going to be around the next corner.
Yeah,
It's just Michael Jackson or, some huge superstar.
Was it Michael Jackson?
No, but Cher was on.
Yeah, that's not really Michael Jackson.
Not really.
No.
Close.
She has a nose. Sorry, I saw the opening. I only have 15 days left. I'm going to get mean. Was it fun to have Cher there? I think it would be.
It was fun. I can't say that I've actually really met her particularly. I think I met her the first time she did it really briefly, but I think she might have thought I was like the script supervisor or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have scenes with her.
No, I don't have any scenes with her, but then she did this show this time, and she had, it was kind of funny, she had a great big huge trailer that was out in the parking lot that I don't think she ever really used, but she had it there just in case. And like all the writers from our show went and got in the bed of her trailer and had their picture taken.
Oh, really?
They all got in the bed and took a picture.
That's funny. When we did Flintstones and Elizabeth Taylor was in the movie, the whole crew, the day that she showed up, got dressed up like it was a black tie event. They put, like, her favorite flowers, purple flowers, all through her dressing room. I don't think she ever went in there either. I guess when you're a big star, you get that treatment.
Yeah, well, Cher just comes in, like at the last minute, they bring her up in a limo, and she gets out and comes right onto the set and does the scene, and then goes right back, gets in the limo, and drives away.
Really?
Yeah.
Unlike me, when I was there forever, I wouldn't leave you alone.
No, God, Rosie, you did such a good job on our show.
Oh,
didn't you?
thank you, honey. I had so much fun.
You know, she was so good, and I have to say, I was a little worried.
Were you?
Well, based on our Grease experience.
Okay, but we did Grease together on Broadway. But Megan, I was bored in Grease. That's why I pinched you.
Pinched me.
All right, I punched
and it
you.
had really extended conversations during the actual performance with members of the audience.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's true.
During a play, just like, so what are you doing after? Meet me at Orso.
I know. I did.
In the middle of like a musical number.
I know, I did. But this was a lot of pressure because I was just, I had to remember my lines.
I know, but okay, she came in only the day before. We shoot on Tuesday. She came in on you come in on Monday.
Right.
Knew all of your lines perfectly.
What then?
Totally professional, and were just an ace the show.
Yeah,
totally funny and totally heartbreaking in the last scene.
Oh, thank you, honey. But how about the fact that they change all your lines on you? People don't know this. When on this show, and I think it's the only show that does this. I've never been on a sitcom or heard of a sitcom that does this. When there's a joke they'll do it once with the joke that's written, and then they'll walk over to Megan and give her a totally different joke. And it's like the whole cast can do it and remember it. It's sort of shocking.
Yeah, the first season or so when they started doing that, I was absolutely thunderstruck. I mean, I didn't know what was going on. I was completely terrified. But now we've gotten used to it. Now it's fun. Like, it's just kind of a challenge. And a lot of times those floor pitches is what they're called. The floor pitches are some of the funniest things in the shows.
Yeah.
Because they're so new. It's the first time you've ever said it.
Yeah.
Right then.
Yeah, and it's funny to you. So, like sometimes when you're at comedy, when you rehearse the joke so much, it gets old for you,
Yeah.
But I just thought it was so amazing, but so scary.
Yeah, you were a little bit nervous right before the show, right?
I was. I hadn't done it in a long time.
I know. It's so good to have you acting again. You have to come back on.
Well, whenever I'm available, May 22nd. I'm free! I'm free!
Just so happens.
How's Mom? Good?
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
I talked to her last night because we went to the ballet, and I got to meet Peter Martins, and that was like a huge, huge thing for me.
I don't know who that is.
He was an extraordinary ballet star in the 70s and 80s, and now is one of the directors of New York City Ballet, and he choreographed a ballet last night that we saw, and I just happened to get to meet him.
Did you cry?
I did.
We went to see Contact together on Broadway, which is a good show. It's dancing shows. It's still open? Yes, it's a good show. And Megan, it's a good show. I don't think it's a fantastic show. I think it's a good show. But it's only dancing. Okay, only dancing. I go with Megan, and it's the beginning of the show. It's a woman on a swing. I look over, she's like, oh my God. Oh, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Do you remember that?
I was crying.
You were bawling. Why were you crying?
I thought it was so brilliant.
It was a girl on a swing. It was a guy pushing a girl. There was no word.
I know.
They were swinging. I'll never forget that. I wanted to leave. I turned around to go, let's leave. And Megan goes, leave. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
She was so bored.
I was bored. I'm sorry. But,
I used to be a dancer, so I got really, enraptured by that kind of thing. Which it's out of proportion to the actual event.
Really? I didn't notice. Yeah. We're going to take a break and come back with Megan Mullally right after. People like you who can really sing. Hi, back with Megan Mullally. And this is Megan and her mom in Style. Look how beautiful Megan's mom is. And how old is Mom now?
Okay. Check this out. Look at my mom. Stone Cold Fox, 80 years old.
80 years old, Mom! And she's fallen in love.
Yeah, oh my God. She has the greatest boyfriend in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Nat. He's 84. And they've been going out for 4 years, and he's extremely romantic. He puts signs in the yard that say, Martha, will you be mine? And, just say yes. And it's I've known him all my life, because my mom and my dad were friends with him and his wife, and then my father passed away and his wife passed away, and apparently he had always kind of
had a little crush.
He fancied her, yeah. And so then I guess they were put they were set up on a little date, a little dinner party, and then they started dating.
Yeah, so they're in love.
In love.
That's so sweet,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it
To
is.
know that at 80 and 84 years old, you could fall in love still and
Yeah.
do crazy things like paint signs in the lawn of the person you know.
Yeah, puppy love, like real puppy, like, you know,
Yeah,
absolute
that's
down and out. Yeah.
very sweet. Now, does she get to go with you with all the award shows, like the Emmys? Have you brought her to those things?
Yes, she went to the Emmys, and she really was. I think I said something about it when I was up there making my little speech, because I saw her. She was standing up, and she was kind of like swaying, like teetering back and forth, and her face was all flushed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she was really, you know, she
Overwhelmed.
was so excited, but in this kind of slow motion way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was nice to have her there.
Yeah, and you must have had a fun time at the SAG Awards, too.
Yeah, the SAG Awards were great.
It's the best
That
award
was-
show
I was
people
so-
say because people get to
yeah.
get drunk.
The Golden Globes, too, there's
Yeah.
a lot of booze at the table. They had great big huge bottles of wine like this big. And,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was really honored to be, you know, chosen by other actors. That was a real, I was very surprised and delighted and thrilled. But yeah, and there was a lot of like glamour celebrities there, because those ones aren't, they're not just television, they're television and movies. So
Right.
there's some, you know, big, you know, crazy movie stars there.
And do you get nervous around them?
I don't really get nervous around them, but I like certain, it's just surprising to me that certain people even like own a television, much less watch sitcoms. Like Helen Mirren, the great English actress,
Yes.
she won a SAG award for Gosford Park, and she she is a huge fan of the show, and it was just so surprising to me. She practically tackled me to tell me, and I was like, wait, you should just be like somewhere reading Shakespeare or something.
Exactly. You know, you never expect her to be watching Will and Grace.
No.
Yeah. And also the British thing, they're so proper.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter what, you have the British accent, it sounds good.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. But then again, you know, I said that to somebody, and they were like, yeah, but in England, you know, comedy is kind of revered, and they're the masters of it. So
Yeah, without
it's
a
quite
doubt.
a compliment.
Now, what are you doing with the new record? You're recording a new one now?
Yeah, I made a new record with my band, a band called Supreme Music Program. We just made another. We had one record out. We just made another one.
And when does it get released?
September. It's Finsworth Alley, this little record company.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you promised to sing on the show for 6 years. And I'm done in 15 days, and you never did it.
I know, I'm
That's
a liar.
sweet. You're a liar. Yeah, that's nice. But will you sing if I ever get another show sometime
Yes, on your
later
next
in my
show.
future?
On your next show, I'll sing and I'll do a little ballet dance.
All right. Have you been watching The Bachelor? Did you watch that?
Hello, have you met me?
Yes, I know. What, is that the creepiest show ever on TV?
Oh, it's genius. It's fantastic.
You'll love it.
Loved.
Yeah.
But we
What-
saw all of them. See, we saw it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
The thing that I thought was fascinating about it was the guy actually was kind of good. Like, he wasn't hideous. He was sort of a good catch.
Sort of.
Seemingly. I mean,
Seemingly.
as far as we could tell, he seemed like a good enough guy. And that was what I thought was interesting, that they actually got kind of an interesting guy to
Yeah,
do
but
it.
don't you think what kind of a loser do you have to be to find a wife? If you went to Harvard, you have to go on a TV
To
show?
go on any of those shows, I think, is weird.
Yeah.
I think it's weird to go on any of those things. I mean, the whole, just the bottom of it is odd.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But it's fun to watch. Sorry, I just spilled water all over me.
We thought he picked the right girl, by the way.
Yeah, did you? The one with the boob job.
Amanda.
Amanda. All right. It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
I'll see you on Saturday. We'll be back with Into the Woods. Don't go away. It's musical and it's whimsical. It's fairy tales as only Stephen Sondheim can tell them. After 15 years, the hit Broadway musical Into the Woods returns to stage to rave reviews worthy of a fairy tale ending. Here to perform, You Are Not Alone. Please welcome the cast of Into the Woods.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the walk. Others may deceive you decide what's good. You decide alone, but no one is alone.
I wish.
I know. Mother isn't here now.
Things, right things.
Who knows what she'd say?
Can say what's true.
Nothing's quite so clear now.
Things, fight things.
Fear you've lost your way.
You decide, but you are not alone.
Believe me, no one is alone.
No one is alone, believe me.
Truly,
You move just a finger, say the slightest word. Something's bound to linger, be heard. No one acts alone. Careful, no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers,
mothers,
people make mistakes. Holding to their own, thinking they're alone.
honor their mistakes.
Fight for their mistakes.
Everybody makes
One another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right, giants can be good. You decide what's right, you decide what's good.
Just remember.
Just remember, someone is on your side. Our side, someone else is not. While we're seeing our side, maybe we forgot. They are not alone. No one is alone.
Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. No one is alone.
Beautiful! Beautiful! Into the Woods at the Broadway Theater. Go see it. We'll be right back after this. Our next guest is a brilliant actress. She won the Tony Award for her stellar performance in Proof. You can currently see her as Bradley Whitford's love interest on The West Wing. Take a look. Ooh, please welcome back to the show, Mary-Louise Parker. Well, hi, Mary-Louise. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, we're here to talk about your boyfriend.
The Elephant
Billy Crudup is your partner, and he is
Yeah.
in The Elephant Man on Broadway at the Royal Theater, and he is brilliant.
He's magnificent.
He really is magnificent,
really
and it's
is.
a great, great show.
It is a great show, and I think that people, when they hear The Elephant Man, I think they freak out a little bit, and they think it's going to be, you know, upsetting,
Yeah,
and depressing, and disturbing, and it's not. It's, you know, it's actually short. There's no intermission.
Yeah, there's no
And there's nudity.
Yes.
For those of you at home.
There
who
you
are
go.
interested.
Yeah, Kate Burton.
Takes off her top. It was
Boobs
really
to the
nice,
wind.
Really nice.
And Billy in his
in
undies.
his underwear.
Yeah, it's a good show. I think he's going to win the Tony for that.
Well, I hope so, because you said that for me, and then it worked for me, so.
Well, there you go. I said it for you for Proof, and you did win because you
Yeah,
deserved it. And I think he
thank you.
deserves it as well.
He
What a great...
deserves it.
That's a hard thing to play.
It is. It's such a brave performance. It
You know,
is.
to try to play someone who has that kind of
I know.
challenge in life and to do it so convincingly without just with his
I
own
know.
body is pretty astounding.
And I think it's a simple performance in a lot of ways. So I think sometimes people don't really understand a performance when it's really, really difficult. Another
Right.
actor can, or someone who goes to the theater a lot. But that performance is,
Yeah.
it was hard, and
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
Now, is it tough with the 8 shows a week? Do you get to see each other a lot, or it's...
Yeah, but
Different
he's really
schedules.
tired, you know,
Yeah.
his back
Yeah.
and his face, you know, gets contorted a lot, so he's tired.
And are you out in L.A. a lot doing West Wing?
I've gone out a few times to do it, yeah.
You're going to be on again next week?
I am. Yeah. I have to leave tomorrow to do the last 2 episodes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you have fun? It's like it's almost a different
really
language,
fun.
what you're speaking
I know,
there.
and I have absolutely no idea what I'm saying.
No, none? No. Do you know what?
No, I'm like calling my dad from the set, going like, Daddy, what's a caucus? Please, someone call me. I have no idea. I have to learn it so that, and I really have to understand it before I can say it.
Yeah.
Naturally, when I read it, I
did a part on Third Watch once, and I was a paramedic, and I had to like say, you know, 4 cc's of epinephrine and 3 I had no idea what I was doing. I just kept going, clear! You know, I don't know. Seems like that's what you say when you're a paramedic.
It's hard, yeah.
It is hard, but that's a fun show to work on, yes?
West Wing?
West Wing.
Yeah, the writing is just so extraordinary. Aaron Sorkin's he's just a genius, I think.
I was there on the set when we did a behind the scenes before you were on, and I was shocked to see how you have to do it word for word. Like a lot of times on sitcoms, or if you're a comedian, you get to sort of make it as close as you can, not because you're doing a better job, just because that's all that you...
Right.
But this, it's word for word.
Yeah. Well, I think when text is that good, you really want to be specific to it and honor it.
Right.
And his text, you know, he was a playwright, and it is so specific, and a lot of the things that you're saying are, you know, words that aren't necessarily familiar to all of us. So you just have to be really careful with the text, and you do have to honor it completely.
Right, yeah.
And I'm used to that because of the theater you do that.
Yeah, you see, you're better than I am. I'm not good at it. And not on purpose. I just cannot remember.
Well, you're probably clever and you can put funny things in. I have to
I'm not really that clever. In fact, once I got so bored when I was doing my run of Grease that I would just change the lines for fun.
Oh my God.
And the other actors were not amused. They were like, what the hell is he doing? I thought when I was supposed to go, hey, where's Kanicki? I went, hey, anybody seen Kay? You know?
Oh, right.
It's kind of similar.
I think comedians learn to do that because you're looser and...
Yeah, I think you're right. Now tell everybody about the PSA that you directed and produced, Miss.
Yeah. Well, I brought actually my director's cut, which is hilarious for me to say that, because I never wanted to direct, and I still don't. But this is something that my girlfriend Elizabeth and my niece Kirsten and I just felt really passionate about putting out, you know, a reminder, something to just further the awareness. After September 11th, there was so much grieving and so much tragedy that there was a whole other set of people who were victims as a result, you know, from misdirected anger and violence. And it's so tragic to think that, you know, people who are Americans were afraid to leave their homes, you know, and it just really, you know, yeah, it was so upsetting on top of everything else. You know, I'm such a crazy patriot, and I love being, you know, American and a New Yorker, and so it was just, I just really wanted to, I wanted it to be a positive message, and a lot of people haven't embraced this version of the PSA, which is confusing to me, but...
Okay, well, let's take a look at it and we'll see. Take a look.
Following the tragic events of September 11th,
there have been hundreds of violent attacks against innocent Americans.
A Pakistani man's back windshield was shot out while driving his 4-year-old daughter to daycare.
Vehicles were rammed into Islamic centers in Ohio and Indiana.
A 21-year-old full-blooded Native American was run over twice and killed.
A Sikh woman was slashed in the head while stopped at a red light.
Remember what that flag you're waving stands for.
Remember, don't persecute the innocent. Please stop the hate.
If we don't respect one another, who will?
We are strongest when we are united.
Remember
what that flag you're waving stands for.
One nation.
Under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty.
And justice.
For all.
In America, there's either room for everyone, or it's not America.
Beautiful, Mary-Louise. Well, what do you mean by people haven't embraced that? Who would... I mean,
well, oddly enough, and it's just so many people, the editor and the DP and the cast just donated their time, and that was just really moving to me, and they did such brilliant, beautiful work. And I think some people were afraid of it, that it was too specific recounting those incidents, because incidents are disturbing, but I think people should know, you know, because it's bad and it's tragic and it's happening here, and it's just important to know.
I remember I told this on the show right after that, but like a few days after I went to get gas and I went inside to pay, and there was a young man who was Arabic, and he was looking down, about 18 or 20, and he wouldn't look up. And I handed him the $10, whatever, and he wouldn't look up. And finally, I wouldn't let go, and he looked up, and I said, thank you, and he started to cry. And I'll never forget that my whole life. Like, of the whole thing of September 11th.
Yeah. There was a lot of that. And like that, kind of act like what you did. I remember a lot of that because people were so beautiful to each other in New York. You know, there was so much generosity and so much kindness amidst everything else. And so I think it's important to remember that and to focus things that way, like the way you did. I think that's the best thing that we can do.
Well, it's a beautiful message, I think it really is. Watch Mary-Louise on the West Wing.
And see The Elephant Man.
And go see The Elephant Man with Billy Crudup. Why, you will love it. It's really a beautiful performance.